How important is it for you to have peace in your life? Do you like drama? Some people are actually addicted to drama. I am not one of those people. I want peace in my life, and more so now than ever. The older we get, we just want peace. And we want to live our lives, at least I do, in peace and with joy and just enjoying what each day gives to us. And so I have started, especially this year, making decisions from what I call a perspective of peace. And we should all be doing this. Will this give me peace, or is this going to cause drama or stir up drama? Now, we all know that drama can be stirred up by other people and we have nothing to do with it. But let's face it, we all can create drama by choices that we make. And by sharing what I'm going to say, maybe I do stir up some drama. But that is not my point. My point is about choosing peace. So I had a situation last year, and I could give many examples, but I had a situation last summer. It was June a year ago, when I was just sitting home on a Friday night reading a book. It was actually the night before I was having a garage sale with a friend. And this person who had been in my life a few years back, out of the blue, just started texting me. And I know this person's dating somebody that lives in the same neck of the woods as my son down in central South Carolina. And he said some very inappropriate things. Some things that his significant other would be crushed to know that he had been sending. And I reminded that individual of that. And then he kept going on and just saying incredibly inappropriate things. So the next week, a few days later, I reached out to two attorney friends and I asked them if I could get sued by sending a screenshot of a critical part of that text to that individual's significant other. Would I get sued for that? And they told me that no, I would not, that it would be no different than if she were standing next to me and I took my phone and said, I think you need to read this. I came this close to sending it to her. And I actually thought about sending it to her best friend. And then I thought that would be a really bad decision because I get the impression that would have spread everywhere among their people. And so I just kept it on my phone, just kept it parked there. Sometimes I'd get angry about some things and think, I am going to send this to this person with a little bit of context because here's where I was coming from. I'm going to admit this, and I'm ashamed to admit this. My initial reason for doing that was a little bit of revenge, or even considering doing that. But the more that I prayed about it and pulled back, I said to myself, if I were in that person's shoes, I would want to know this. I would absolutely want to know this. But again, just kept it parked, talked to a couple of very trusted friends and my therapist, and I just kept it parked on my phone. And then earlier this year, I was going through deleting some photos, and there it was. And I deleted it. And then I went into my delete file and deleted that. So it's gone. And I have peace about that because, again, I want peace in my life. And had I done that, had I stirred up drama, especially with somebody I don't even know that I haven't met, that would not have sat well with me. I would have probably lost sleep. I would have probably had stomach issues. I don't know, it plays out in a lot of different areas when you don't have peace in your life. And so again, I ask you, how important is it to you to have peace in your life? Paul, of course, I always call him formerly Big Bad Saul of Tarsus, wrote a lot about peace in his various letters to the various churches. And he wrote about that peace that passes all understanding. And, for me, that's the peace that I find in my Christian faith, in my relationship with the triune God. But outside of that, I also want peace in my surrounding life. And so I just want to challenge you today, as you move forward in your own life, to think about where you may be creating drama and to start to look at situations like the one I just shared with you from a perspective of peace. Is it worth doing something out of revenge, even if it's within legal limits? Is it worth doing something like that and stirring up problems with other people? Is it worth your own peace? And for me, the answer is no, it is not. And that's a sign of, I guess, increasing wisdom and maturity. I don't know. But don't be a drama queen or a drama king, and cultivate peace in your life. Make your decisions based on a perspective of peace. Because I don't know about you, I don't want drama. I was in a drama and theater growing up, in church, in high school. That kind of drama I love. Acting, but not drama in real life. So again, how important is your peace to you? Make your decisions from a perspective of peace. And I hope you have a beautiful, peaceful, and drama-free day.